Welcome to the Jill on Money Show. It's Thursday, December 21st. Mark, it's my last day of full-time working. Are you taking off the last week? Are you taking off Christmas to New Year's? Well, I didn't even talk to you about this. What are we doing?
Well, if you're taking off, then I'm kind of taking off, yeah.
I'm not taking off. I'm going to be around. I mean, I'm just saying, like, what did we decide? I can't even remember.
I think we're taking off.
All right. Good. Do you have all of Theo's presents?
Yeah, we don't go crazy. He gets a few. We don't want to create this expectation of every year going forward he needs 100 things. So we just get him a few.
Jackie says to me, "Oh my God, do you think that Theo is going to like the present?" I said, "I don't know. It's like he's a kid. He'll like it or he won't. It's all right." She's so upset. She wants to make sure. She did a lot of research on that present.
Oh, really? Okay. He's been inspecting it. He knows that it's heavy. He's been lifting it up and kind of shaking it.
Good. Yours is coming soon. Yours will be lighter, but in many ways denser. All right, let's get to the program. This is the show that takes the mystery out of your financial life. We are here to help navigate your financial journey. And hopefully we do that with some common sense, but mostly with a lot of humor. And we're going to help you manage any emotions that tie you up. And if you've got a question, just go to jillonmoney.com. That's where all of our content lives, and click the Contact Us button. Today, we are talking to Gracie, who, despite the fact she's from Ohio, is a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. So many years of great football teams, and not this year. That's all right. You can take one bad year, right, Tracy?
That's right. With all the Super Bowls we've had, we'll let others, bask in the glow of a chance.
Can you just hear that? Oh, well, with all the rings we have. It's time for someone else. Tracy, what brings you to us today?
So I'm a planner, a definite planner, and I'm looking at a possible retirement in potentially about 2.5 to 3 years.
2.5 to 3 years. Okay. How old are you?
I turn 50 in about a month.
Did you say 50 or 60?
50.
That's why I thought I heard you incorrectly, because you said 2.5 to 3 years, which doesn't sound like very long at all. Do you hate what you do?
No, I love what I do. I've been doing it for a long time. I've been with the same employer right now almost 28 years. So by the time I retire, I'll have been here, 30. And I love what I do. The balance of work life. Certainly it's an all consuming job. So I'm all in, all day, every day.
All right. All in is hard. I get that. So are you married, single?
Married, and have 2 grown sons. One is fully launched, graduated college almost 2 years ago. And the other will graduate college in May of 2024.
Wow. Can I ask, of course, I'm asking you any question I want. So fully launched kid, what does he do?
He's a project engineer for a commercial construction company.
Oh, that sounds good. And what is our youngster, what is he up to, you think, when it comes to graduation?
He is going into digital media production, and part of, our guidance to both of them is your education is extremely important, but so is experience. So they both have had experience before they ever graduated.
Sounds like great advice. Does your spouse work as well?
Will recently transition to starting his own business from what used to be a side hustle to now, as we look at this retirement in not so long, wanted to see if we could get the business up and running.
Oh, all right. This is not exactly retirement. This is transition. All right. Well, tell us about how we're going to finance this whole process. So let's start with, you're working right now. It's all consuming. How much do you earn?
About $210,000.
Your husband in the new business, is it basically no income yet?
No, side hustle time was around 20.
Okay. And is he entitled to a pension, and are you entitled to a pension?
He is not entitled to a pension. I am entitled to a pension.
Ooh, what's the pension? Tell me the terms of that.
So it is a defined benefit plan.
Mm-hmm.
Projection would be at $10,000 a month.
Oh my God.
With a 100% survivorship.
Mm-hmm.
Great stability. However, there's no compounding COLA. It's a simple COLA.
Okay, but that's better than no COLA.
That's true. That's true.
So simple COLA. Okay. And when do you get this 10 grand a month? When you retire, or do you have to wait till age 62 or 65?
No, when I retire. I'm eligible to retire next year in 24, but I'll be looking at 26. So the moment I retire, I'm eligible for it.
Amazing. What are your expenses? I mean, I figure, let's get kid out of the way. Pretend that kid's done with school for now.
So I've looked at what our expenses will be in 2026. And all in, which includes all of our fixed expenses, mortgage, sinking fund for the car, all the things you have to pay to live, plus our living expenses of just food, gas, entertainment, that type of thing, about $8,000 a month.
I mean, why are you calling me? Why are you calling me and creating hate mail for me? Why? I'm just kidding you. All right. How much money do you have socked away in savings? How much is in brokerage? How much is in retirement accounts?
I have one 457B, and that's about $625. And then a brokerage of $125 and an emergency fund of $80.
And does he have any old retirement accounts?
No, he will be able to collect Social Security.
You will not?
I will not. I've only worked in the public sector.
I gotcha.
So no.
Okay. How old is he? Because you're so young. How old is he?
He's an old man. He just turned 50. And I'm still 49.
FYI, I hate you both. Tell me about your house. What's it worth?
So it's worth probably around $375, give or take.
Do you have a mortgage outstanding?
We do. That mortgage is $230,000.
What's the interest rate?
It's fixed at like 3.1.
Perfect. And you're going to stick around, right?
Yeah, our house is definitely a house that we could age well in.
So what's the problem here?
So it's the fear of what am I not thinking of? I've been at the same place for, like I said, nearly 30 years. And it's that security of a paycheck coming every 2 weeks. I know the pension will come every month.
Yes.
But at the same time, it's what am I not considering?
Well, what's going to happen for healthcare? What are we doing for health insurance?
So I will get a monthly stipend of $1,000 a month until I reach Medicare eligibility.
You get $1,000 a month until age 65. That's great.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
It'll cost more than that probably, but so what? That's a good chunk.
Yes.
That'll be like the bulk of it. You're a planner. You said that. You started this by saying, I'm a planner. I want you to just sort of take this in. So don't even look at your numbers. Just almost like shut your eyes and listen to what I'm saying to you. Okay. Objectively speaking, there will be no problems that you guys will encounter based on the information you gave us. You've got a $10,000 a month pension that will be starting in 3 years. At that time, you think that your expenses are only going to be $8,000. So, let's do the higher math. 10 minus 8. Oh, you're $2,000 ahead of the game. Now, even if we figure that, maybe things don't go so well for the side hustle, maybe it's, you're going to spend a little bit of your money, you're still in good shape. I know that the COLA is just a simple, not a compound, but you also have money that you've saved, which is fantastic. So in my mind, what I think is important here is that as you approach the next 2 to 3 years, looking towards that time, it's going to be a big change. What can we do to get you over this fear? Well, maybe something to do is you have an emergency reserve fund that seems ample to me, 80 grand. Do you think it would make you feel better to beef up the brokerage account at the expense of the retirement savings?
Yeah, I think so, particularly knowing that there'll be a day that there's some minimum requirement I'll have to take out of and I'm hopefully, because I do plan to do something. I don't know what it is, but I do plan to do work or, have an income coming in after the retirement. I don't plan on drawing in that 457 for probably 5 years.
Well, and not only that, I think the interesting thing is that your tax situation is such that, it may make sense for you to pull money out of the 457 in the period between when you start earning your pension, right? And before he takes Social Security. It may be that that you could stay in a 22%. You're never going to be below a 22% tax bracket as your highest bracket because you got 10 grand a month coming in. That's 120 right there. The 22% starts at 89. So to me, it's like, well, maybe as you start this process of sliding into your retirement, number one, I don't know if I'd put more money in the retirement account right now. Do you have a Roth option or not?
No.
Forget it then. If you feel like you want to put some money in to just capture your match, that's fine. I would put all the money in the brokerage account. I really would. It's going to hurt tax-wise a little bit, but you're going to feel more secure. If that brokerage account, instead of having 125, all of a sudden, as you're looking 2.5 years from now, you're like, oh, I have 170 grand in there. That's going to make you feel better. The other thing I would suggest is that if you feel like while you're working, you want to make some changes, like I really want to do some work in the house while I'm working, like the kind of spending that starts to feel a little bit overwhelming when you don't have the same income are the big ones. So if you need a car, get the car now. If you need to do the house stuff, do the house stuff now. Just like try to calm your fear by taking a very conservative approach, which is what I think you're doing. How is the money invested in that brokerage account right now?
So I thought it was about an 80-20. It's a 72-28 actually, in stocks and bonds. So, that was one of the areas I was considering with the pension being such a fixed amount.
Yes.
Should I be moving that towards something more aggressive?
No. Why? Because you already said you're risk averse. So what? You want to see what happens? Like, let me see how good I feel when I'm making half as much money and then watching the market go down by 20%. That's not fun. That's no fun. So we got to like make this a better process for you. I mean, I think you can do this. I think that it's obvious. The way that this will blow up in your face is if all of a sudden you're not spending 8 grand a month, that you're spending 10 grand a month to start, and it starts going up. And then all of a sudden you're like, I want to take a trip with my kids, and my son's getting married. I'm going to give him $100,000 from my retirement account. That's when things are not going to look so good. I'll tell you that right now. But based on the spending you're telling us, I think you're in good shape. Last bit, estate planning. Do you have that done?
It is, but it needs a reset. It's been a long time since we've revisited. The kids are now grown. So that is definitely on the list, along with evaluating the life insurance as well.
Why do you need life insurance?
I was just looking at if something happened to me. He does get 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Do you have insurance in place right now?
200,000.
What's is it like an annual renewable term? Is it whole life? Does it have a time horizon left on it?
Yeah, 20 years.
You just have a new 20-year policy?
Yes.
My head is about to explode right now. You bought a 20-year term policy. You don't need it. I mean, whatever. How much is it?
It's cost me like $43 a month.
Oh, well, I don't really care. You can throw that money away. It's fine. I hope that that's the best money you throw away.
Me too.
All right. That's fine with me. Let's get that estate planning done only because, you're no longer talking about guardianship issues, but now that the kids are older, you do have to think about like, do I want to give this money outright to these kids right now? That's the big question. If for some reason, God forbid, something happened to you guys together, they are age of majority. You've got real money here between the 457, the brokerage, the emergency reserve, the equity in the house is $1 million, right? So you have to make a decision about, do I want the kids to get that outright or not?
Okay. No, that's good. I need to be considering that because right now we haven't updated this since they were little.
Right. This is when you were probably fighting about guardianship.
Correct.
I just want you to know, gang, that Tracy signed her email, risk averse retiree to be. I love that. If you're risk averse, don't be going 100% stocks, lady.
Yeah, I know. But I'm also I'm as loyal as a Labrador retriever. So when I stick to something, I stay.
You're in it. You are. What else can we do for you?
I think you've been very helpful. I listen to you every morning. I welcome you into my home every morning. I start my day with you. Aww. And having this level of conversation already makes me feel like I'm on the right path. So this is a big part of helping to quench my nerves.
Oh, well, if you have any issue, shoot us a note. If you're like, I'm freaking out, it's a year from now. if you're all the way over that, by the way, the 50s are fantastic. They're fantastic. I'm telling you this right now. It is so much fun. You don't care about what anyone thinks, except for, if you're crazy like me, I care. But you really don't. And you have all your close friends. Your kids are grown up. Things are good. 50s are great. You're going to enjoy it. I promise.
Wonderful. I'm going to welcome it in.
Welcome it in and enjoy your reset. It's going to be a fun thing for you.
Thank you both so much.
All right. Take care. If you are thinking about how you can change gears, how you can try to move in a different direction and not blow up your financial life, Mark and I are here for you. We are both certified financial planners. And now, Mark, I am official because I paid my $450 and passed all of my continuing education. I am a CFP for 2 more years at least. So we are both CFPs. And that means that we have a sort of a big picture way of thinking about people's finances. Now, if you would like to join us, all you need to do is go to the website, jillonmoney.com, click the Contact Us button, and you can join us on this show. You can come on our YouTube video show. You can just write us an email, any way that works for you. Don't forget, it's the holidays. If you're running late on your gifts, just buy my book, The Great Money Reset. So perfect for anyone in your life contemplating a change. Check it out. We've got links on the website. Everything that we do lives on our website. So that includes the Jill on Money live service, quarterly live webinars. That includes our new YouTube channel, Jill on Money, powered by the Compound. And that also includes the beautiful free weekly newsletter, everything right there. Don't forget to leave us a rating and review wherever you listen. You can subscribe to us on the Odyssey app or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. And don't forget to put your hands metaphorically on someone's back. Even people with pensions need a hug every now and again. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thank you for listening. We'll talk to you tomorrow.